I saw. Uh, okay. Okay. All right. Just throw on your camera. By the way, I pushed this live just so we could be live to get people in here. Oh, do you need me to call you again, maybe? Okay. Paul Metal's in here already. Susan Sprinkle's in here. Crack open more alcohol. Are you Susan Sprinkle? What's streaming? It's because I have fucking Discord muted. God damn it. Hold on. I'm like mid pour. Alright. Alright, there you go.
Hey, stream.
Production. Fucking crack. Fucking. Drinking.
I have my drink.
Hey, everybody. What are you drinking over there?
A red trolley ale. A San Diego red ale.
Okay. Have you got your camera up yet? I mean,
no, because I'm still shoveling pasta in my face.
I don't care if I see that. I don't know if you care if I see you see that. See me see that. They can't see you see that because I have studio mode enabled. I just need it so I can set up our side. All they see is the big MR. I've seen you eat. not shown me anything I haven't seen.
That doesn't sound creepy or ominous.
I mean, at least I didn't say I've seen you. I've seen you feast. I've seen you. Although we were both at Twin Peaks with that. What was it? 90? No, it wasn't 90. It was like 59 degrees Fahrenheit ale or whatever the fuck it was.
Wait, what?
At Twin Peaks in Vegas.
Oh, right.
Specifically, that temperature is the best temperature.
Yeah, for that beer, maybe.
I got a new January or June. I got a June now.
January was a long time ago.
Fuck me. Listen, it's gonna be a fucking hell of a show. It's gonna be a hell of a show.
Are you proud of June?
Susan, make Chris go to the store. Don't make him, but ask him if he'd go to the store for you.
That's what I told him.
Yeah.
Her.
Tell Chris he could take a break from. What's he doing? Painting miniatures? I don't know, promise him something. Cookies.
Paul, why are you dabbing on our stream?
Because he can. You know what's funny?
Whoa.
Hi. I don't think we'd ever do it, but I always be curious to see if we would be like, we should all do a thing. Like, I don't know. Well, I remember I said like we were trying to figure out
when
ideas.
You say do a thing, please specify what you're talking about here.
Well, like all right, for like Extra Life, like we were trying to like come up with ideas, and I said I'll slam what's it, ghost pepper chips. Dylan was like, no, don't do that.
She doesn't want to see potato.
Say it. What's that?
Doesn't say potato for, but then Class is gonna eat hot lalafels on stream.
Live on Twitch, Flatus goes down on potatoes.
And that's the end of
fucking whatever this is. Yeah. All
right, we should probably I'm good now. We're good.
What do you call that act? Scalped. And look at my beer glass. It's got like a little thumb hole.
Fancy.
Yeah.
I don't even have a glass.
For grip. That looks a red ale.
It is. It's also the 2016 Midsize Brewing Company of the Year.
Oh, that's nice. Good for them. What's going on? What's going on? All right. We should probably start this. It's possibly our best. It's going to be our greatest episode ever.
Now, we already interviewed A Stage Reborn and Lucky Canary.
Lucky Sparrow.
And then did an entire episode where they didn't. Lucky Sparrow. Let's not mix my shows up. And then we did a whole episode where no one had to listen to us and they could just listen to music. It's going to be really hard to top that in June.
It's true. Well, let's try. Let's try. These and this. This is why I drive the carriage. Listen, it doesn't matter. It's all going forward. It would be great if we can go back. See, I love that movie. Anyway, let's get. True. All right, let me use so I can get this shit started. Let me put on. let me take a sip of this drink and put on radio voice. Today is June 1st, 2018. This is episode 83 of Maelstrom Radio.
Maelstrom Radio. With your hosts, Flatus and Shinder.
And welcome everybody to Maelstrom Radio. My name is Flatus. With me, as always, this host is lovely and fine, like a smooth babbage.
At least we didn't start off with any potato jokes.
That
was pre-show.
I love you, deep fried and golden brown.
Much better than scalloped.
It's true. And I'm twice baked. It's Flatus. Yep, there we are. Covering all the... Welcome to Maelstrom Radio, your number one source for all spud and earthen root humor.
I don't know. It seems we had some volunteers things for Extra Life coming up.
We have... Sorry. Drinking.
Also possibly part of Extra Life.
Yeah. So, wait, where are we? I'm looking at the notes. I don't even see that. Oh, wait,
It's because they weren't. That's not actually in the notes.
It's not in the notes.
I was making reference to the pre-show again.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyway.
I have those chips. I could slam one right now. See how that goes. Listen, if it starts to go downhill,
there's
real
a hot
quick,
potato joke in there somewhere, but I don't have time to think of it.
Listen, if things start to go downhill, I'll just start slamming those chips and zoom the ratings right up. Flatus fucking lava mouth. So, anyway, hi, welcome to Maelstrom Radio. We're a Final Fantasy XIV podcast, and fuck it, as far as I know, we're the best. That's personal. That's a matter of personal opinion. So. Got anything? Got anything to add to that? All right, good. As long as we all.
I'm just gonna stay out of this.
All right. Well, then let's talk about like actual bullshit. New optional items have hit the Mog Station, and as you know, I love a good deal. I love the smell of commerce on the internet, and when the commerce hit, Moogles be the one thing that I want to. There's a Moogle orchestrion that you can buy. It's got a doot doot. You can play its doot doot. It's actually really cute. It stands about the size of a Lalafell, and it's nice. Also, there's three. It goes doot doot, and there's 3 orchestrion rolls. Actually, I like the way when it plays, when it's on and playing music, it has like the swirly like musical notes around it, and the doodle bob on its head, the poof glows. So it's neat in that aspect. There's also 3 orchestrion rolls that you can buy for $5 a piece. The Rise of the White Raven orchestral version, the Revenge Twofold orchestral version, and Oblivion orchestral version. Not gonna lie, be down for owning all 50, like dropping 15 on all for all 3 of those. So, I'm down. Feast Season 8 has started, so, if you don't know, you should know, but the Feast is like the arena thing for Final Fantasy XIV, so you can create a team as the last patch. So if you're on Aether and you want to be on this team, that I've named, I don't know, what did I name it? Lower.
Which, apart from being an amazing Feast team name.
If you want to join Newt.
Could you imagine actually doing good with that team and like going to FanFest and having them announce that?
And, like Team Newt. You know what? I want nothing more. I want nothing fucking more.
I would actually try to get good at PvP just to see Ockmorn do that.
Listen. All right, listen. All we need is 2 really decent DPS in PvP. That's all we need. Wait, we have safe. Safe.
Somebody teach me how to heal.
Somebody get safe for Sephiroth. Quick. He's been summoned. He'll show up later, probably. While we wait for him, the Make It Rain campaign. I love that they made rain. I like that they made that rhyme at the end. The Make It Rain campaign is starting from June 6th to June 24th. If this is your first time doing this, it's a lot of fun. It's a fun little side quest that you get to do over in the Gold Saucer. That's where I got my Eureka whooping, for my aura. It's also the banner picture for our Domina Umbra.
That was Hildebrand, wasn't it?
No.
Oh.
The bing was from Eureka because they did a murder mystery quest the first year.
Ah, right.
And it was a lot of fun. Like there was no
weird.
It was weird, but it was a lot of fun, and there was like no hints. Like you kind of had to like figure it out, which was super awesome. So this year I can only imagine what's going to happen. They so all cactpot, everything, all rewards, anything gates, all things have been increased by 50%. That's also they've also procured a selection of tantalizing prizes and special for the special occasion. So be sure to drop by and partake in this celebration of revelry and riches. So for the people that have not done this, it's you get some hairstyles usually. There's an emote or two. It's a lot of fun. Just go do it.
Those items usually.
That too, and also I'm going to be buying like the MGP boons for the FC, so they stack. So make that MGB, make it come in, so you can get your mounts and your minions and your hairstyles and your orchestrion rolls. They have some really decent, like really good orchestrion rolls at the MG. I didn't even know. Like looking at them, like damn it. Paul Metal in chat. Ishgard was a great place. So we know. Also, Final Fantasy XIV will be taking on E3 2018, June 12th, Thursday, starting there. You can go and find the E3 Square Enix showcase and find Final Fantasy XIV there. Now you're asking yourself, like, what could possibly be? They're not going to announce anything till FanFest, Flatus. Why would I care about going there? Battle challenges, you fool, is what I would say to you. And of course, they have an Under the Moonlight. And those who emerge victorious will win a classic IB to wear. Really? Wait a minute.
I'm really sad that I'm not going to this.
What?
Especially because I'm pretty sure it's really close to me.
So there's not an IB Tsukiyomi.
No, that's way too new.
But
I can't do a challenge with something that was released 2 weeks ago.
But you get an IB, but they're doing the challenge based on her, but you only get a IB classic t-shirt. So you get to choose, like I beat Ifrit, I beat Titan. That bums me out a little bit.
Would you want one of those, or do you want like I beat Sephiroth, I beat Nidhogg?
I would take an I beat Nidhogg shirt.
Actually, if they had it, I would really want an I beat Robon Savage shirt.
True. Feeny Lee, do you guys read the notes before? No. What the fuck you think? No, Feeny?
Well, we do create the notes, and then sometimes we also read them.
Come on. How would I be able to react that way to be like, wait, I beat classic t-shirt? It's much more natural that way.
Moving on to like some of the important news here. We did want to give a huge thank you to A Stage Reborn for inviting us and the community to I Want to Be Your Canary Reprise. The show was last weekend. If you didn't get to see it, there should be a YouTube video upcoming sometime. I'm not sure when that's actually going to be released, but watch their social media channels or their Discord for information on that. But it was amazing. There was a lot, and I know like we were sitting in the audience with Dylan Thorne and Ine from Lucky Sparrow.
Yep.
And a few of our FC mates, and like all of us were just completely stunned at the production, the organization, the show, and everything. Like, so thank you again for that. And on that note, because Canary is now wrapped up and it's done, they are starting auditions for their next production, which is going to take place again in Final Fantasy XIV. And they are encouraging you to go out and audition. So auditions will continue through June, and they're going to hope for a late summer or early fall production. Full details will be released later this month, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But auditions can be done starting now. So if you're really interested, head over to A Stage Reborn website. They have a link you can go to click through to put in your audition. If you're looking for help with an audition, feel free to join their Discord or send them a message. They're willing to help you kind of put that together. If you're not familiar with it, if you haven't done it before, it's a really awesome group, a really good opportunity if you're interested in that sort of thing. So definitely go and check it out.
I concur. I really do. If it was a fun show. Also, Dylan and Ine happened to be there, just like just a random happenstance that we showed up and they're there the same day we were there. I was like, yeah.
We were a bunch of Lalafell, a row, and a lizard boy.
The best lizard boy. Opinions.
Also of note, if you are trying to find A Stage Reborn, their Discord is discord.gg/A Stage Reborn.
Yep.
It's very easy to find, so no excuse not to go and check it out.
And Susan Smirkle's correct. There was a Mr. Face after party. Everybody got to meet Senor Face.
I was trying to remove that from my mind.
It's quite frightening. It could be a lot to take in. All right. Well, we know why you're all here. It's because you like to shut off the lights and just listen to Shinter and I talk. Right. Earbuds in.
You can move into the ASMR.
Yeah, a lot of people I know people that find ASMR like I don't know if they don't get it or they find it weird.
I mean, the concept of it is kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, we could move it and be like, hey, welcome to Maelstrom Radio with Flatus and Shinter.
Damn, I should have had a glass with like ice and stuff that I could just kind of clink. Can't really hear the cold beer just slowly warming up.
Yeah. Right into the show. If so please don't actually give us more money and then we'll stop doing it. Anyway,
welcome Ruby. Rubicon Vale is in chat and saying this is getting weird. When was the last time you watched Maelstrom Radio? This is pretty tame.
Yeah. Drink some more alcohol.
Happy June, Feeny. Happy June.
Oh shit. I forgot. It is June. We have a new June. How can I not play it? Do you want to hear it?
Nah, I was waiting for it.
Fuck you, it's June.
Let's try that again. I saw double audio coming through. Let's try it one more time.
I got one.
You got one. They got two. Let's get one more.
Fuck you, it's June.
Thank you, Emmy. Emmy sent me like 5 different Junes, and that was the one I picked. It was good. I liked that one.
Wait, you didn't have her say June 5 times in it?
No.
You could have actually used all 5 at this. Like,
I could have like cut out the pauses in between and just fast fired Junes.
Yeah.
One of them was like June. Emmy's range is amazing. Like you talk to Emmy and then have Emmy do voices. Emmy's range is great. Better than my range. I can never do it. June.
Emmy is full of surprises. Just try playing Cards Against Humanity with her.
June. Hello. I can do a deep voice. That's all I can do. I just do radio voice. Hi. Welcome.
So before we get into this, I want to give our general disclaimer. This is going to be spoiler cast. We are going to be talking about patch 4.3.
Mm-hmm.
I am leaving the main scenario until the end. So if you only care about the main scenario part, you should be okay for most of this cast. However, I will give another warning before we talk about the main scenario. However, if you don't want to hear about things in 4.3, this is your warning now. You probably want to mute us, even though you can still watch us. Not sure why you'd want to do that, but it's an option.
Voyeurism. Maybe they're into like, I dig watching a Canadian and a bearded guy on the internet.
I feel like we don't have enough subs yet for that.
We're on the wrong.
Like,
maybe.
if we suddenly get a mass influx of subs, then I would we probably hit that audience.
We could tonight. Everybody, all these people may have, Amazon Prime, and they're just sitting there. They're sitting on that $5 sub. Just give it to us. Anyway.
Speaking of which,
I'm not a germaphobe, but in any case, let's touch it.
Let's go. Let's touch it.
no, don't put it in your mouth. I just resubbed my Twitch Prime feed.
Did you?
Put it in your mouth.
You said it, but
I'm aware.
You know what I love though?
Many things, but probably not what you're about to play.
I love a nice tube.
I love a nice tube. Anyway, spoiler cast.
Put it in your mouth.
Oh no, don't. Anyway, the Four Lords, the Swallow's Compass. The Four Lords storyline is ramping up. We've got a new dungeon called the Swallow's Compass, and along with it, we got we didn't get another trial.
No, we got a really, really angry ninja turtle.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to see Tataru try to be an Arcanist. She did her best, okay? She did her best. And her best was terrible, but she did her best.
She did try. I love that her fucking carbuncle comes out and just runs around the arena, doesn't do shit.
Did you see the extra text if you go and talk to her later as a summoner or Arcanist?
No, what was it?
Talk to her afterwards. She apparently talks to you and says something along the lines of, it's hard being an Arcanist. This sort of thing could happen to anybody, Andy. Like, your carbuncle, if your carbuncle came out and saw that, it would do the same thing, wouldn't it? You tell me, right?
She's got performance anxiety.
Yeah, Tataru's got some issues, apparently.
I love that her carbuncle was like, boop, doot, doodly doot, doot, and ran away. Just took a hiatus. Also, did you notice her carbuncle's tiny, compared to other carbuncles? She's got, a tiny carbuncle. All right.
More anxiety issues over her already poor
and
performance.
real quick, though, because, sometimes the chat knows better than I. Is that a thing? I know Lalafel's mounts different size. I don't think carbuncles different size, right? What'd you
I'm
laugh
not
at?
going to comment on the size of a Lalafel's carbuncle.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you saw Chili's horse on meter.
It was amazing, okay?
It was amazing. I love how she runs to you with all the crap. Great player.
Yeah, Tataru is number one player. She exemplifies the normal Final Fantasy 14 player.
No, she tried.
Yeah, that's true. She wasn't complaining about everyone else's DPS as she killed everyone. But with that, we also got the Swallow's Compass, which I thought was actually a really interesting dungeon, although it was really, really fast. So I have a feeling it's going to eventually get a little bit boring, a little bit repetitive, really easy to go through. But I think there's a lot of really cool concepts in there. And even as just running it normally, it was fun.
Yeah, it was short, but so far, it's not getting boring or ugh, I hate this. I enjoy it. It's a quick dungeon. I don't feel like there's a lot of just unnecessary kill these groups of packs, kill this crap. It's fast paced. The bosses are interesting. Nothing too difficult, but it was fun. We got to see. Plus, we got to see Spaghetti Monster in there, and
You forgot about the first one.
The Birdman.
Yeah.
Birdman.
And then there was the Geo. Oh wait, it wasn't a Geomancer, was it?
I mean, the whole
dude with
the whole dungeon's based around geomancy, which makes me think that if geomancy was going to be in the game, the weapon may be a bell, which I'm kind of cool with. I think that's kind of a cool concept, like a bell weapon where it's like bong, like ding. I don't know. I dig it.
Only if the low level version is a triangle. Just frantically triangling.
fucking mid levels like a cowbell, and there's a quest calls I need
No,
more.
no, that's the epic level one.
Yeah, like I got like that's whatever their animus or whatever the hell version of the weapon is. It's gonna be like the cowbell, and then like the quest line's like I got a fever.
No, that's the achievement. You know, they have like 50, 60, 70 achievements.
Yeah. Dear SE, hire shit and Flatus. Listen, we'd work for you for almost nothing. That's not true. We'd work for you at least for a livable wage, and we have great taste in alcohol. So,
Not sure how that's relevant to Square at all, but
I don't know.
So we start off in this dungeon. You have to go and unlock it, which you just go a whole big loop. You have to fight 3 different rooms. Kind of cool. Go through first boss, nothing too special. Second boss, run up all the areas, go kill for the second boss. Nothing too different or unique to this. The second boss, there's the water tunnels. You go underwater, kind of like an aquarium tunnel. You have to see all the underwater stuff, which is pretty cool. You have to hide behind the walls so you don't get washed away. Then get to the second boss. You get the spaghetti monster. And then you kind of go through the hill or up the mountains, which aren't as exciting until you get to fight Goku.
Yeah, the water tunnels were, I think, one of my favorite parts, just because visually it's really neat to run through there. But Goku, out of the dungeon, Goku's probably my favorite boss.
Goku is definitely the highlight of that dungeon for me.
Yeah. I mean, we got the first day in there, we learned about Big Stick and Little Stick. So.
The only strategy we'll ever need is you always go in on the big stick.
Yeah.
And out on the little stick.
Listen, that's a life strategy.
Size matters.
Yeah. Between life and death.
Now you can survive if you get hit by the big stick.
Can't. Wait a minute.
You survive. You almost die, but you will survive.
Hold on a second.
I could have said out on the. If you get hit by the big stick, never mind.
But you said you can survive the big stick. That means you cannot survive the little stick. So.
I thought that just kind of goes without saying.
Oh, okay. Waiting for a. Oh God, Paul. Paul went big stick, 2 big sticks. Name the show
Take
Life
the big
Lesson.
stick down a notch.
Yeah. You know, big stick's not ready. When you're not ready for that, you can't just walk into that, Paul. You gotta talk to somebody first, open up that dialogue before you just go into that. You don't want to surprise anybody with big stick. What's Rubicon Vale in chat? What's the Warrior of Light's gag reflex like? Oh.
No, it said Warrior of Light, not yours.
Oh. Oh, about the same. Listen, I don't know about you, but my dragon can't swallow swords.
Sorry, after all of this, my mind went to a place that was not great.
Uh-huh.
Something about FanFest and testing gag reflexes. Kind of shut down my mind for a minute. I'm like, no, just no.
Can I get a classic I beat shirt? We're never going to be allowed anywhere.
in the historic words of Inception, we need to go deeper.
Where's that put it in your mouth clip right here?
Anyway,
Actually, hold on. You know what? It doesn't. We can't go OG on that one. We need to do this. Shin's drinking faster.
no, I'm just finishing it.
Uh-huh. Anyway, all right. So we go through we learned a little bit more about the anger, the I don't know, Pandora's box that opens up and lets out the anger. It washes over Tataru. She turns old for a minute. Tataru's apparently very like in love with her looks. She is a cutie. Gotta give her credit. So, but to predict where we're going, Shin and I did talk about this because initially when the Swallows Company, the Four Lords quest started, there was always mention of the two little cute dudes guarding the big bad in the center over there. You and I made mention like that's probably going to be the last like dude we fight,
right?
Which makes
Although
sense.
We still have two. Also,
two
we have to fight.
But they can easily be like trial one, something like a dungeon type thing. The other.
I'm still thinking that with my original guess was that we were going to get a double trial, and it's going to be a single trial where we fight both of them at the same time.
I'd be down for that. Like a Thoradin situation.
You mean with the Heaven's Word?
Yeah, because Thoradin, we fought Thoradin and his 12.
I mean, we fought Thoradin. I don't know if I really count the 12.
I mean,
they were pretty weak.
You could survive the big stick.
Sickness must be purged.
So yeah, and that's pretty much it right now with the Four Lords. It's an interesting storyline. I love that Tataru's there. I love that they brought in the Kojin. I forget his name. But
Sarabon?
Sarabon.
Yeah, he's really just screwed.
Yeah. But so far, if I had to compare it to Heaven's Awards, the Warring Triad, this is, I don't know, I find this more like they can have fun with this, so I am having fun with it.
There's cute animals. It wins.
Fair. All right, so let's move on to the return of Ivalice. We went to the Ritorana Lighthouse.
Step one. No. Step one, we had to go through Chocobo Savage.
I was fine.
I had to do it on my second try because somebody else came in and spawned a whole nother set. And I thought that I was fighting a whole bunch of them.
I Dome was there, and he was like, "How the fuck did you do this in less than 5 minutes?"
Cheating.
Well, Dome was there, but he was like, "You still did this in less than 5 minutes. How the fuck did you do this?" Like, I died once. The only thing.
You're not a healer.
All he did was res me, but I'm a tank.
Right. Have you seen our DPS? White mages are terrible.
It's true. 4.3. They did make me a god. Yeah, my potency was like 280. Now it's 440. Susan, I died a bunch of times. I did not die a bunch of times. I died once, and then I rolled out. I was like, psh. It's like, I don't want no scrubs, and I walked right out of there. They were like, okay with it. Don't nerf us. So yeah, no, the Chocobo Savage is great. I would like to see more red Chocobos. I'd like to see red Chocobos as not like, I love that they were showing up outside of where Ivalice is. Like, Ivalice is clearly somewhere.
This is dangerous though. If the red Chocobos start leaking out of Ivalice, then the whole world's in danger. Like, ignore primals. Red Chocobos are the real threat.
Fucking birds that can summon meteor. Like, and you're throwing out bread and shit, and like you're out of bread, just fucker drops a meteor on your ass.
Yeah, that whole like bird horse thing, like, oh yeah, these are stupid bird horses. Don't say that to a red Chocobo.
Yeah, no. What? Quack! Quack!
I kind of wonder if Alpha's related to the red chocobos. Like, we know he's good enough to do this whole Omega thing, so maybe he's related to the red chocobos and can summon meteors.
Alpha's like a small, like a Shih Tzu, like name a tiny dog, like a teacup something.
Yeah, Shih Tzu would work.
Yorkie. They dress him up and stuff.
But all of those are not really dogs.
I don't know. Name tiny birds you can dress. Parakeet.
Why would you dress up a bird?
I don't know. They dressed him up. It? I don't know.
I don't think there's a gender yet. Alpha is alpha.
He is alpha. He's like a robot. Is he Alpha from Power Rangers?
Yes. That's why he is gathering a group.
Uh-huh. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, wait, that's Kim Possible. Beep, 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 beep. That's the one. That's what I was looking for.
That's the, yeah.
That's for all my Kim Possible fans out there. Hit me up. Chad.
They have to recruit the teenagers with attitude.
Yeah.
Like the Warrior of Light.
Mm-hmm.
Sid.
What about
Nero?
What about like 30-something with like grumpy 30-somethings with like caffeine addictions?
Just don't put salt water in it.
Okay. I don't know what's going on, chat.
Not sure what's going on with chat, so I'm just going to ignore it for right now. Anyways, I still haven't done the Ridorana Lighthouse, so I don't have any opinions or thoughts on that. I haven't gone in yet.
I did the thing. I one shot it, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Probably my favorite 24-man raid so far. Like even boss wise, and we had the return of the guy who created damn, what the hell's the name of that boss? The big orb, Ozma. You know, Ozma's creator created I believe it was what's the hell's the robot's name? Something 7, Sector 7, Construct 7. There you go. Construct 7 and Construct 7's a great fight. It's honestly, it is a lot of fun. Because only the guy who created Ozma was like, man, I don't know. People had troubles with left and right. So what else can I give them? I know, math. And boy, do really great players not know math. Watching people just die to math. It's great. I love it. There's charts and shit you can use and people still die. Oh, I love it. How many people over there?
Spoiler alert. 1 is not a prime number. I've not done the whole thing, but I have heard this quite often and can confirm 1 is not a prime number.
1 is not a prime number. It's not. I don't know why
2
people.
Is,
2 is.
3 is.
3 is.
5 is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to continue, even though we could.
I can welcome to Numbers Radio, where we discuss our favorite numbers.
You're not number weighing.
Today, what do we like an NPR show? Like my favorite number. I don't know. What do you feel about 69? It's both sultry and yet mysterious. You got a favorite number?
Me? Yes, I do actually.
Oh, what is it?
56.
Why?
I don't know, but it is 7 times 8.
It is 7 times 8. What the fuck happened?
Don't ask me to explain. It's not rational. It doesn't make any sense.
All right.
If you want a nice number, 24 is a really good number too.
It's true. I like 42, but you know.
The answer.
It's the answer. Did you know 789? Did you know? Wrinkle said in chat.
7's also a registered 6 offender.
That one I like. The other one though.
It just wasn't funny. That's the joke. You get it?
Thank you, Jeff Goldblum. I forgot I had that.
The North American house hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States.
Yeah.
I
I don't know where I would use that. I don't know when I would.
I don't know why you clipped it.
You wanted it on the board.
No, I sent you a whole bunch of PSAs. You clipped whatever you wanted.
You didn't send me these. These are great. I don't know why I had to find these myself.
I even woke up in the morning craving a fart.
Because I have standards.
All right, not the rest of Canada.
So we also had a few other things in 4.3 that came out. The Dome Enclave and Reconstruction Quest have started, so you can go in and every week, I believe it's up to 20,000 gil. You can trade in your gear at a slight premium. So like those Allegan gold pack things you can sell to a merchant might sell for 500 to a merchant, or you can go donate here for 600. So it's definitely worth your time to go to help with the reconstruction. And every time that you go and donate a certain amount, you'll get a little small little cutscene that you can go and see as the city grows as well. So it's really kind of cool to see it progress, and yeah, it's pretty neat.
It's a nice way to like make us a little more involved with like the growing of the city and not have to make it something about a beast tribe and everything like that. So I'm okay with that. Like it's you know, you're gonna sell stuff anyway. You get a bonus for selling stuff there. Might as well just go there and sell your stuff.
So we also got a few other things like custom deliveries, which you can go now deliver things. I tried this. I realized I still can't craft, and I gave up. And guest books. I know Chili has almost filled his entire guest book, and we are, just not even 2 weeks out yet?
Yep.
And of course, please come out to Maelstrom Radio. We have a plot on Gilgamesh. Come sign our guest book. You can also see we first got it when it was late at night, and a few of our FC mates were running around doing nothing. So there are some entries in there that you can read from us.
We're just I wrote a nice lead in. It says Dominant Umbra, the home of Maelstrom Radio. We're a bunch of cuties completing duties. So
I said our house is terrible.
You've not seen it. You've not been on. You need to go in inside.
I'm not going to change my opinion. It's still not as good as Astra's Roof.
No. You need to go look and listen. There's somebody from a certain other podcast that's been working diligently. Go look at our house.
I'm fully aware that there's been help and stuff going on. Still not as good as Astra's Roof. You could look down on people on Astra's Roof.
Maybe fucking I can look down on people from our house. She's done a great job. There's listen, she found, did you know there was like little Pyasa lanterns that you could put on like the banisters of like the stairs?
I did not, but I also probably wouldn't want them. So
they're great. They're so cute. She gave us a bar. We have a bar now.
You still think that Pyasa are cute, but I think that they're terrifying things that are staring into your soul.
But they make mochi. Have you not noticed, like, we have a big mochi bat and a mochi bowl in front of our house? Like, that's what they're doing.
Oh, no, I'm fully aware.
All right, well, there's nothing wrong with the mochi.
Pyasas remind me of Esper.
Wait, like
the Pokemon.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of espers. Pound that mochi. Yeah, it's oh, dude, we could change the lead in. Maybe we change the name of the house to Pound Town. No?
No, Astra's Roof.
But then we could tell people we're taking you back to Pound Town.
Nope.
No? More people
I have
come.
nothing against Esper. I'm just saying that Pais's stairs look exactly like Esper.
Shin, more people will come if we take them to Pound Town.
It just wasn't funny.
I'm not apologizing. Not apologizing.
I can't refute your statement, but I also will not endorse your statement.
This is why we're not invited on anybody else's show anymore. You know that, right?
Yes, very much.
Mm.
Also, to move away from this, we have more instruments for bards. And we love it because we already have the harp piano and the harp violin and the harp and the harp lute. So now we have the flute and the panpipe flute and the clarinet flute and the oboe flute.
Hi, I'm okay. I'm okay. Promise, I'm okay. That's right. We were just fucking dying. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm okay. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy. Get people in chat.
Just gonna stay quiet, continue typing, and drink. Speaking of which, I now have a peanut butter milk stout. I have switched.
Have you switched?
I started to finish the other one.
I know. I started drinking early. That's my fault.
Brenda is proud of you. I don't know who Brenda is, but
she's proud of me. Brenda is a fictional woman I made up on Move Go Around. But you know what, to be fair, but because somebody tried breaking into Chili's house and murdering him, and then I thought like maybe it was just like some drunk guy trying to like find the wrong button to like knocked on the wrong door and trying to find Brenda, and Brenda's just like I gave Brenda a good life. Like she broke up with him and went to college and then like went on her Eat, Pray, Love tour. And then Chili created Brenda's Twitter account. So
when is she showing up on Moogle Go Round?
I don't know. I would
maybe it's time for a phone in.
Somebody could be over the show.
All right, we're getting close to our time that we want to cut off, so I'm going to go really fast. We also got some Eureka Challenge log entries, which really helps with leveling up in Eureka, especially if you didn't get to 20 in the first few days there. And Namazu has beast tribes now. Squeak.
I love the Namazu beast tribes. They fit in sacks.
Well, that's a preferred mode of transportation.
It is. Honestly, the Namazu beast tribe is actually really great. They're charming. I like them more than I think I like the evil Namazu. It's just like because they're charming idiots. Like
they're definitely idiots.
Like he had a dream of a golden fucking catfish, and he can't swim. He can't swim.
No, they drown in half an inch of water.
So
they also try to cross the desert without any food.
And you have to give them like 5 glasses of water before they're rehydrated.
And also they have this thing where the entire population will get wiped out in 7 years if they don't have a party.
Isn't it like 777?
No. Every 777 years, they must have this massive party with at least 777 guests.
Okay.
Otherwise, if they do not hold this party, then in 7 years after that, they will all get wiped out.
Also, they're not good at trading.
Or anything, really.
Yeah, really. Like, I will trade you.
Although somehow they're good at crafting things. They can make stuff with the little fins.
Yeah. Take my strong hand. You'll die if you don't grab onto it. um, yeah. So, MSQ.
I'm slightly torn right now.
Uh-huh.
We're coming up on our time,
Mm-hmm.
but we have the MSQ still to talk about.
Yeah, we should talk about that.
All right, really, really fast MSQ conversation.
Sure.
Double warning here: if you're not interested in 4.3 MSQ spoilers, leave now. Otherwise, we're going to tell you all of the things that happened, like Dumbledore died.
Oh shit. He did. He did.
All right.
Fucking everybody died in that goddamn book.
I mean, we can just get them all the spoilers out of the way. Like Gosetsu ran away, and Yotsuyu died, and Asahi got the shit beaten out of him multiple times, might I add, because I specifically did it as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Zeno still lives. We have a lovely, currently unnamed group that is holding a lot of conspiracy theorists, really making them really, really happy right about now. And you get to play as Alphino.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's the shorthand. So let's unpack.
We forgot to. Yotsuyu also turned into Tsukiyomi, who is a massive boss trial and is really awesome.
Yo,
there's all your spoilers.
Oh my god, yeah, that second stage boss song though. Whoo, fire. Also, that fight is
all
great.
Of the beginning music for Tsukiyomi is okay.
That second stage music though.
Hold on.
Whoa,
Paul, don't make me kick you out of here, because Alfie is the best, as is Alize.
Holy shit.
No, Vivi, we're not talking about the conspiracy theorists yet. We're leaving that to the end because we have a whole segment for this.
Yeah.
But yes, Tsukiyomi, the fight is awesome. Like, the first stage is kind of blah, music's kind of blah. But then you get to the suffering phase, and the music kind of just slows down, and it gets really, really awesome. And then that phase ends, and you get something else, and the music changes again. And yeah, I was really excited when I did that fight, and it was great. It's also a really fun fight, but the music on it is just phenomenal. But it's also one of the most satisfying fights, in my opinion, because you get to beat the shit out of Asahi. Or at least his image, and that's as close as we can get, and that's fine.
I have to say, like, I've noticed this just going in. I've noticed that when her parents show up, all right, it goes pretty quick. When the soldiers show up, When Asahi shows up, he fucking burns really fast. He burns, and then Xenos is like, all right, Xenos, we don't care. But it's an interesting fight. I like the second stage with the phases of the moon, the white and the black, and having to switch between them. It is a very satisfying fight, especially like the story in the center of like going in kind of like in her mind and her battling her demon. Like essentially we're battling her demons and her coming kind of to terms with Gosetsu and you know, like standing up for her, trying to give her hope. So it's very interesting fight, very interesting look, and I think a very different take on a primal we've had so far. It would have been interesting to see something similar. I think Ysael's with Shiva fight, the music kind of told the story, where the trial told the story this time, and I think that if they're gonna branch out like that,
the big suffering bar really helped.
Yeah,
you could tell how much she's suffering.
It's an interesting concept, and I think that's something that like they should look into if they're going to have more of this, like people becoming icons or people becoming, you know, these gods that can be summoned, like Ysael, for example, or Yotsuyu.
She still was able to turn back into Shiva like whenever she wanted.
Yeah, she did have like the like clap on, clap off sort of power,
which is much better than Tsukuyomi.
Yeah. Her brother had to transport crystals, and it's like, what's that? No, don't worry about it. It's just trinkets.
Here's some stuff for the Doman reconstruction effort. Surprise crystals!
Yeah, crystals. What do you got over there? Sandwiches, soda. Snacks. I got snacks. Yeah. But with Gosetsu in the end, him shaving his head and becoming kind of like a wandering priest, I find that also interesting because they made that little mention, like, I don't think it'll be the last time we see Gosetsu. So clearly leaving it open that Gosetsu will be coming back. I don't think we'll not see Gosetsu. I don't know if we'll see him again between now and the end of the expansion.
I think we will. I think his story is still intertwined with some of this stuff. And we never really saw him before Stormblood, and I don't think we're going to see much of him after Stormblood. I think he's very much tied to this storyline. But we might come across him in passing or something maybe in the future, but I think his stuff is mostly wrapped up. We might see him a few more times in 4.4, 4.5, but as soon as we get to 5.0, I think he'll be pretty much done.
Similar. Asahi got what he deserved. And to be fair, I think the person who did it, being Yotsuyu, I mean, I think that was the fitting end, honestly. Like, if anybody, like, I would have felt weird for me wanting to kill him, even though I did, but I think it was right for her to do it because of the suffering that her family, the Empire, like the people even from Doma put her through. You know, she was a product of her environment, and like it's something we've said here on the show before. Like Yotsuyu is clearly a product of her environment. If given this, if she was raised in a different aspect, would she have been a different person? Clearly, yes, because her amnesia with Gosetsu and Gosetsu treating her differently started to breed a different type of person. So clearly, you know, her storyline, it's one of those weird things where you felt compelled for a person who wasn't necessarily evil, but evil out of for the purpose of I'm evil because I need to survive, or, you know, and I like that. She was well written. I was surprised. Like I'm so surprised. Like she was such a well written character. And it wasn't all just like step on your head and shit. Like at first it was like all the jokes, but like as we got to grow and know her,
that's only because we only saw one image of her, which was her stepping on someone's head. Yeah. We had to go with that for like 8 months before they released anything.
True. So and then we, of course, last but not least, you know, we have Xenos. And
Xenos is alive. Xenos is an Asian.
Sort of.
Xenos is Wolas and some other little character that is now going back somewhere.
Yeah. Now our hopefully soon to be producer Dylan was talking to us today, and she made mention that, now I didn't think about this. I don't think that it is, but she said that it's Estinian with Xenos in his body.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's just Xenos. I don't think it's Estinian.
But it is like clearly his spirit is in, or whatever the hell it is his
it's something else for sure.
His goo juice, whatever, you know. His mojo is up in. Well, I don't know how it works. Asians just do weird shit. I don't know how, like Asians are like, let me get in there and fucking puppet around a bit. Don't let me break you and puppet around a bit.
No, it was more about Xenos' goo juice.
And so like, you know, I mean, it's an interesting concept. Like, I like where Dylan was going when she was discussing it, like the whole like Estinian being like Legion, like all like now there's Nidhogg, Estinian, and Xenos in his body. Like, it'd be an interesting villain later on if that was the case, but we'd have to see.
We've bashed Estinian way too much. I think at this point, I don't think we'd want to beat him again.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Estinian's going to come back. I don't think we're done with Estinian, but I don't.
No, I think he's going to come back. I don't think he's going to come back as Xenos because, you know, if he becomes the oh shoot, look at me, I'm possessed again. Please help me, save me. I'm pretty sure that everyone would much rather just kill him off rather than just the entire Crucible server.
Hi, all of them. Hey, mates, it's me, Estinian. Oh, I'm possessed again. Well, see you later.
You know, at that point, he's almost not as good as Minfilia, who keeps getting kidnapped until she can't get kidnapped anymore because she's dead.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, yeah.
Sorry, she is Heidelin's speaker piece thing.
Yeah, she's like the metronome for God.
She ticks everyone off?
Yes. I mean, it's not far from the truth. Like the Heidelin's voice is too powerful for any normal person to hear it, so you gotta use Minfilia. Well, they're off like quelling other places. Anyway, so we have Xenos. He's sort of back, sort of. Did you notice Xenos' voice is all like raspy now? Because like
he did get like slashed through the throat. And probably kind of comes with the territory.
I know, but I kind of like the new raspy voice Xenos because it's not like Xenos anymore. It's like, do my bidding. I was like, all right. So do you want to swap these two around and save that one guy and then?
All right.
So Alfie.
Okay, so this is my favorite part of the whole main scenario quest.
Yeah, they borrowed a little bit from World of Warcraft and say Warcraft lets you play as like iconic characters. Well, first of all, Alfie's like, hey, I'm gonna go take a trip in my favorite rocket ship. Going to the sky.
I'm pretty sure Alfie's whole thought process is, what is the most dangerous, worst thing I could possibly do? And that's what I'm gonna go and do.
Well, he's known for doing.
Who's the thing that the entire world hates, that is trying to kill everyone, and oh yeah, really, really hates the Scions? I'm gonna go to their main city.
I mean, that makes sense. As a
to help them.
As a representative of Doma.
Yeah, but he's still the leader, kind of the Scions.
No, Doma. No, remember they don't have a leader now. That's all like everybody work in unison. It's kind of like they all own the same business and they all do like have special traits in that business, and then therefore the business is being, I don't know. What do you want from me?
Yeah, they're all special. But we all know that Tataru actually runs the Scions.
Yeah.
It really has since forever.
Tancred's good at the hidey.
Tancred is good at the hidey. That's why he told everyone, no, you can't come with me because you're all you suck.
You're not so good at the hidey.
Tancred really needs a the chipmunk minion. Nutkin. He needs a Nutkin.
Nutkin? Why?
Because Nutkins are also good at the hidey.
True.
Do you not remember the cutscene as soon as he came out of the ether stream?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Nutkins helped with the hidey.
They
But anyways, yeah, so we get Alfie is going off to Garlemald, which I think is setting up for either 5.0 or 6.0, because we know we're going to Garlemald at some point. 6.0 is the current rumor for when that's going to happen. So we'll hopefully have that there. Kind of cool, though. Alfie gets completely blown up, and their ship kind of goes out, and you get to play as Alfie, and I got really excited when this happened. Not just because you also get the white carbuncle there, the Moonstone carbuncle, and also you get his summon meteor ability, but just because Alfie.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept because I like getting to play through a story bit, like, right? Like, it's not just we got to watch a cutscene, we got to interact with that cutscene, and we got to do it with Alfie. And it is something that Warcraft does. Like, you can go, like, I've played as God, what the hell's his name? Like, way to go. I know you're not gonna know. As
Troll Jesus? No.
Troll Jesus. Troll Jesus. You mean no? That's
no, it's the Orc Jesus.
Orc Jesus. That is. Oh my god, Thrall. Thrall's Orc Jesus. No.
Thrall, that's the one.
No, not. I mean, no. You've never got to play as Thrall. I got to play as
It's
fucking.
also Vol'jin. That was the troll guy I was thinking
Yeah,
of. I think
he's awesome. Yeah, it's a rip. He did not last long. No, I'm talking about Demon Boy himself. Fucking what the hell is his name? God damn, Burning Crusade. I have a dice bag specially made after him. It's gonna kill me not knowing his name.
Google is your friend.
I know, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right the fuck now.
Not Illidan?
Yes, Illidan. Oh my god. Thanks, Paul Metal. Fuck. Listen, I just blame the
That is a
alcohol.
pretty important character in Warcraft.
I know,
though, because I know the name.
I love him. I got a dice bag with his fucking markings on it. Listen, I know. Listen, I got like behind this green screen behind me, like it's just nothing but a fucking nerd
I
shelf.
remember
You
you
know?
used to have this nice like
It's
shelf
still
with all the
there.
stuff on it.
It's still
Yeah,
there.
now
Listen,
there's a green screen.
anybody wants to donate a better green screen, I get rid of this giant one. I'll fucking gladly take one of the the stream deck. Give me a stream deck and one of those like collapsible green screens would be great. Fucking I drop it during the show.
So yeah, we get to go and we get to play it as Alfie, which is amazing. And I think this also means that we should hopefully, considering that Alfie tends to be the one that we get a lot of information from and we interact with a lot, I'm hoping Alize kind of takes over those responsibilities and we get some more of her in this as well. Because really, the twins are the best characters.
I would like to play as get to hang out with Sassy Alize a little bit. Sass.
Yep.
I mean, it's good though. Like we should like remove characters a little bit, and like Y'shtola was clearly not super involved with us this expansion. All it's been
Y'shtola was involved with us heavily all throughout Heaven's Word. I'm glad she's kind of taking a break.
Yeah, and it should be that way. Like same with Alfie. Like Alfie's been with us since A Realm Reborn. Like and especially all through Heaven's Ward. Like he was just. I mean, don't shake your head now. Like he was. But
No, he was. I'm disagreeing that we should take a break.
Oh, from Alfie?
Alfie and Alize provide much needed entertainment.
But I'm saying like to get some Alize time in, because like Alize, we really all we got to saw her in A Realm Reborn is for Binding Coil, right? And then she was gone for A Realm Reborn up until the point of like I don't know 3.4, 3.5 somewhere.
She was going through her rebellious phase.
Yeah.
Then she came back and was still going through that phase.
Yeah, still hasn't gone out of that phase. I love it. So I'm okay with that. But Alfie lands in the desert and the scorched earth, and like there's no aether there. There's nothing there. It's just like a white sandy desert, and he meets a group of scoundrels in the desert, and he's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "Well, call me." What is he called? Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter, right?
Gaius lives.
Gaius fucking lives. Gaius now on this show, prior to even Moose being here, like I was always been on the Gaius lives bandwagon. Moose, we've had Moose on recently, and him and I discussed Gaius living as a like we both agree that Gaius lives, and fuck yeah, Gaius lives. I'm excited. Listen, that motherfucker killed 2 overlords. So I want to know what the fuck Gaius has been up to. Because
I'm actually really disappointed that there's this entire group that goes around killing Ascians and collecting their masks, and we've never heard of them, and 2, we don't have that much of a kill count. We've killed 3 Ascians in total right now.
Yeah, he's doing much better than us.
Yeah. I think we've killed 2 red masks and 1 black mask.
Yeah, he is handsome.
The Ascians are Gaius.
Gaius. I don't know why. Like I was expecting Gaius not to be that handsome. All of a sudden, Gaius is like, I'm Gaius. Like 5 o'clock shadow, John Hamm looking motherfuckers. I was like, God damn it, they made him handsome too. Everybody's fucking handsome.
All the Garlemald people are.
Him and Nero.
Because anyone that doesn't look good gets shoved into the stocks and has to be slave labor.
Fucking Gaius and Nero are gonna hook up so hard, according to Rubicon Vale in chat. I don't know if that'll happen. I mean, it's interesting. Listen, everybody likes Gaius as a character, right? Like, because Gaius was a great
I
villain.
don't really know Gaius as a character, so
No, we know him as a villain though, and like the fact that he's been on his fucking murder spree.
I've like only very briefly got acquainted with him because you only sort of like they kind of gloss over a lot of him in 2.0 and subsequent, like they don't really mention a lot about him. He's very in the background a lot. He's very much a background character, and up until the point where you actually get to fight him, in which case you get to do that fight really quickly and then you don't hear from him again. Like at least 2.0 seems to give him a really light treatment.
Yeah, probably compared to like 1.0, yes. But even then, like I know a lot of people liked Gaius. Like, even the people that played 2.0 like only and got to see Gaius like him as a villain. And like that's where a lot of like, you know, I'm a Garlean sympathizer comes from Gaius, right? Because, you know, like it's just who he is as a person and his character, the way it's written. It would make sense. Like Gaius didn't seem all that like, I'm trying to help you, motherfuckers. Like it's just this is the way I do it, and sure. But now he knows the real threat. Like clearly, like his mindset changed. Like he knew the real threat was the Asians, and we know the real threat's the Asians. So why not be like, hey, listen, like I'm not an idiot. I had, you know, I was just following order. Like whatever the story is going to be, it's going to be an interesting trip from here on out. Which makes me more compelled to continue playing, where 4.2 I was like fuck. But there is more stuff coming. We're gonna have Ultimate coming, which is not really Ultima Weapon Ultimate. Oh yeah, it is Ultima Weapon Ultimate, but it is going to be like Titan, Ifrit, and Garuda. And so far they've mentioned Garuda's fight. The arena's bigger, but if you do touch the sides, it's just instant death. Not even like a number will pop over your head. Like it's just you die. So, but it's going to be a shorter fight. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm also interested to see what weapons they give, because like the binding coil weapons were the binding coil weapons. So I'm not sure if they're going to give you gold weapons based on the Ifrit, Titan and Garuda, and like maybe have all three sets gold out. It'd be interesting for that. I'd like that. So I'd like to see that. Also enough.
Speaking of which,
yeah, 4.35 Heavens on High and Hildebrand are coming as well. I'm excited for Heavens on High. What are you excited for? Oh, you get what the finger?
Hildebrand.
Yeah, I haven't done his story. I kind of feel bad.
It's the Eureka thing.
Oh yeah. I kind of feel bad. I've gotten wind that certain characters that we both love have made appearances, so it means they are coming. So I definitely need to go back and start doing Hildebrand, because
we've definitely already seen Gilgamesh in some of the preview content.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm about that.
And when there's Gilgamesh, there's Enkidu, who is the best character.
Yeah, that means there's a man chasing a chicken. There's nothing wrong with that. Yep. All right. And then 3.36.
Better than when you trying to beat the monkeys up in the Swallow's Compass.
And then 4.36 will show, of course, Eureka Pagos, which will be the next step in the new areas. All new ways. If they have mentioned that like verticality would play a point, you'll have to run off the tops of mountains to land on different places to reach things, and that's interesting. They're actually going to start playing with like.
I'm good at that.
I like the fact that they're going to start playing with like level like area design and make it interesting, and not only just be like go to farm all the fates. No.
It will devolve into that in about a week from the release time.
No, because they actually are adding specific like things that you'll be able to do, like not just fates. Like they're like fates are going to be a good like a good source, but they're also going to add Like they learned their lesson. Like they said, all right, well, but that's good. That's good that like it's clearly like I almost like that it's coming back to back, so it's not like we just got this and we have to wait till like 4 whatever, like 4.4 to get the next like it's 4 point, right, bam, good, we got 4.3, and they can see like, all right, this is what's worked, this is what didn't work, we're gonna add this next thing, and we're also gonna change it to this fate bullshit because we don't want people training around. So I'm happy for that. Like I'm happy that they're like moving quick and trying to change things up.
I do wish they would have kind of reordered this a little bit and released Heaven on High before they did Ultimate Weapon. But it kind of does make sense too. Like we're looking at 4.35, which is about halfway through between the patch. So it gives people enough time to play the current content, catch up with 4.3, catch up with Swallow's Compass, Four Lords stuff, the Trials, the Raid. Get used to some of that, run it for a few weeks, a couple months, and then release Heaven on High and Hildebrand and get some more new, fresh content in there to kind of tide everyone over until we hit 4.4, which I believe should be hitting around end of September or October timeframe, just before FanFest launches.
Mm-hmm. I will say this: if you're on Aether, Shin and I have a. We won't say it here. I don't want to say it here. I don't want us to be the guys. We have a theory. We need someone to test the theory out, but you have to be max level, like higher level than the areas. Like that's all I need to say. Just listen. If you've leveled through Eureka and you're max level, just hit Shin and I up.
You got to be max level in Eureka to be specific.
Yes, not max level. Yes, Eureka max level.
All of us, like most people, are max level within the main game. If you just say max level, it doesn't mean anything.
Max headroom. You have to be max headroom. Message me. I have several questions. Only 2 people.
One of them involves how's your gag reflex?
Yeah. Oh. I wonder how many people actually got the max headroom reference.
Not me.
All right, it's an 80s thing where a guy took over a TV station, but like back in like the 80s, yeah, back in the 80s. But back then that was hard to do.
Before my time.
Yeah, yes, before your time. But even I mean, I was just born. I was 85, so like I was just pooping diapers and tumbling around like, Mom, meatball shub. Like a 3-year-old would do. And
but was it a spicy meatball?
Yeah. It's a spicy meatball, Mom. Meatball shub. Walking around in my underoos and carrying my juice box.
And now that everyone has that lovely mental picture in their head, do you have any final comments, thoughts related to our topic and not disturbing mental pictures?
Not real. No, but I will say this: like 4.3 is a breath of fresh air compared to 4.2. It's renewed my kind of like logging in, wanting to log in, ability, which is a good thing. 4.2 kind of killed it. I mean, I would like them to get better at the 4.2s. Like I don't want to have to look at 4.3s to be my savior. But 4.3 is a nice patch. I'm excited. I don't know if I'll step into Ultimate Weapon Ultimate, but definitely I will step into Heaven on High, Hildebrand, and Eureka, and I will probably like those things as well. So I know I'm in it. I'm pretty sure Shin will probably run right around it this weekend, so he'll probably fall in love with that raid. It's a good raid.
Hopefully,
you'll like it.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to kind of wrap up with that, but I did want to point out that we are planning on doing another episode shortly. I can't tell if it's going to be next week, the week after, or after that, but we do want to know your unpopular Final Fantasy opinions. We have a tweet going out on Twitter. It's actually got a lot of responses so far, but go ahead, find that tweet, and please give us your opinions.
Yes, and I'll start telling you, it's getting some traction.
What's your unpopular opinion?
My unpopular opinion is that I think Eris was not like, a lot of people built Eris up to be like this amazing like character in 7, and I don't think she is like as many people like I'm okay that she died. Most people saw that, like, I mean, to be fair, like, I understand, like building up a character and then midway through the game, she fucking dies. Like, that hurts. And you're like, because to me, I'm like, my fucking party. That it wasn't more like the character. It's like my party. But that's me. So I don't think Eris is all that a bag of chips. I do not think that. I think there's other characters that are. I think there's other bear characters, but I have a deeper connection with Seven than most people. So a lot of people don't like Seven. So that's me. But there's been some really interesting, super like topic and stuff. Like, I'm super interested in to bring that show to you. We'll more than likely be doing that show next week. So if you have not given us and tweeted out your unpopular Final Fantasy opinions, please go find that tweet and tweet it out to us. I probably throw that up on our Facebook page as well. And so right before I give into all the show promotion, I'm going to promote us a little bit, and that's Dominator Umbra, the Umbra FC over on Gilgamesh, of course. So if you are like Avi, you know, from She Heals I Tank, and you want to come over and leave your server and come join us, we're wearing her down. She loves it. She's got to wear down Vegan Pete, who by the way was taking sexy femora shots of his character the other night, like on the show.
Just tell him about the gag reflex thing.
Yeah, I'm sure that's.
Or like the pictures that we took last weekend.
I'm sure femoras are great at gag reflex. And so, you know, and shout out, of course, real quick, and shout out, of course, to Chili and Palmetto Mugaran for having me on for their 50th episode. Congratulations, guys, yet again from us. So when that episode comes out, go check it out. It was a lot of fun. It was freaking hilarious. We talked about 90% anything else besides Final Fantasy 14 and about 10% Final Fantasy 14. So good show. But of course you can join our FC over on Gilgamesh. It's been growing. We've had a lot of fun. Also, Avi from She Heals I Tank is decorating our house. It looks fantastic so far. There are things in it.
Very shady.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's been doing the shit seal of approval. So you too could also come in and look at all the good stuff, or sign our guest book. Just come out if you're on Gilgamesh. Just come out and sign our guest book and be like, I listen to Maelstrom Radio. Yeah, actually, if you like, put the secret word in there. Be like, I love you guys, and like, just, you know, hashtag gag reflex. No, that's not a good. It's not a good secret.
No,
word.
please do. Please do.
All right, all right, good. If you're on Gilgamesh, you know, sign our guest book and put hashtag gag reflex. And so you can find us there. Also, you can find us, the show Maelstrom Radio, weekly here Fridays, normally at 6:30 p.m. That's Pacific Standard. That is 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. You know, my dog got stuck under a couch, so that's why we're late today. He's a tiny thing, and he got stuck under a couch, though, which sucks. You can find our shows on iTunes, Google Play Music, and Stitcher. I've been told that we cannot give things away for reviews on iTunes. Apparently, according to She Heals I Tank, the loophole is you say once we hit 50 reviews. I can't give away 4 reviews, but I can give. But once we
give away at review milestones, you cannot entice people to review for it.
All right, so once we hit 50 reviews, and I would love to hit 50 reviews on iTunes, we will do a giveaway. Just putting, so go on iTunes, create an iTunes account, give us a beep, and believe it or not, that does help us, and I can't stress that enough. Like, people will find us more and like grow the show if they find us on iTunes, and the way to do that is through iTunes reviews and those star ratings. We do not care what you give us. You give us what you feel like we deserve. If you think, hey, like, listen, guys, this is your show's a 2, tell us why. Maybe be like, hey, if you did this instead and stop talking about gag reflexes, I'd probably fucking like your show. So, you know, let us know. Or give us a 5-star and be like, I fucking love gag reflexes. They probably won't accept that. You can find us over on our blog, which is www.maelstromradio.com. You can find all of our recorded shows there. You can find our blog posts. And you can find, of course, our mixtape, which was our last episode. And you can find all the links to all the music there, and that's how we ended last month. So if you're interested in seeing what type of music we found to create a Final Fantasy 14 mixtape, go check it out there. It's actually really good. And give Hellraven some love, because there was a lot of Hellraven tracks we didn't play. I'm sure if Shin and I sat down, we probably could have found even better. I actually have been trying to use Hellraven now as our pre-show stuff, like when I'm streaming, because she does really good. So, email address is show@maelstromradio.com. Of course, you can find our Discord on our website and our Twitter on our website. But if you need to know what our Twitter is, @maelstrom_radio, so you can tweet at us. So you can find that lovely tweet we're talking about your unpopular Final Fantasy opinion. It's picking up traction. We want to know. And the people that have responded, thank you so much. We're seeing some really super interesting stuff. And it's not limited to 14. It is across the Final Fantasy verse. So don't feel like, if you don't have anything unpopular to say about Final Fantasy 14, doesn't mean you're left out. Just, pick what you have to say and say it. And then, of course, you can find us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Maelstrom Radio. And you can find us here on twitch.tv/Maelstrom Radio. That is weekly, here Fridays. Thank you all so much for episode 83. We're 17 episodes away from 100. We have the plan. We know what we're going to do for episode 100. It is going to be quite epic and crazy. We'll start setting that up soon and working on that, because it's going to be something. And I wouldn't miss that episode for the life of me. I have to be here, but you don't. But I would suggest you be here, because it's going to be pretty fucking crazy. So with that being said, Shin, do you have anything else to add for this episode?
I do not.
You want to say goodbye to everybody?
Goodbye to everyone. Till
All
C
right.
swallows all.
Mm-hmm.
Something gag reflex.
Okay. Fair. I mean, that's how it works for me. Anyway.
You swallow till the gag reflex?
I'm sorry, my throat was really dry and I started choking at a bad point. I was like, that would have been great hot humor if I started choking on stream. But also,
So really, really bad gag reflex.
I've never wanted so much more in my life than to get the super bad clip where he talks about, like, all the best foods are shaped like dicks. What is it like? What kind of foods are shaped like dicks? The best kinds. And he's right. Popsicles, bananas.
Can't say I know what you're referencing.
Superbad. You've never seen Superbad?
I don't think so, no.
Shin, you need to go see Superbad. Everyone in chat yell at Shin for not seeing Superbad. Anyway. Mute Shin. Doop-a-doop. Double-a-beep. And of course, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Thank you all for this lovely episode 83. We had a lot of fun, had a lot of laughs. And of course, we talked about the MSQ only one way, the way we know how, is with jokes and humor, and not discussing this main story at all. Not giving the oomph it needs. So, with that being said, I'd love to see you all next week when we discuss your unpopular Final Fantasy opinions. And remember, till C swallows all, keep listening.
Maelstrom Radio is a production of MaelstromRadio.com and Blackfire Media Productions. Final Fantasy XIV and Eorzea are trademarks of Square Enix. Opening theme provided by Benjamin Anthony James. You can find more of their music over at soundcloud.com/Ben773. Our outro is provided by Sodo. You can find more of their music over at soundcloud.com/Sodo. Views and opinions expressed on this episode are those of Maelstrom Radio and their host, and do not reflect the views and opinions of Square Enix. And until C swallows all, keep listening.